I've been doing mainly shorts in terms of the video format, and it's done in a mobile way, but I found that more and more I'm getting comfortable, I got a lot more footage, so I thought if I do a slightly longer video format with a bit more voiceover, it's just going to be a little bit more to see rather than just really condensed and heavily edited shorts. So yeah, this is my first proper long format video, maybe 5-ish minutes hopefully. I'll see how much footage I've got and condense it. So at this point I've warmed up, I've done a few laps of the skate park, and after my warm up I normally start doing some static ollies just to really make sure I calm down, then move on to the rolling ollies again to make sure I get them down. And then today I'm thinking spend 10-15 minutes jumping over an obstacle, watch some short from me and you'll see what I mean, and then maybe do some Shuvits. Shuvits as a finisher kind of thing, and then just a cool down really. So that'll be it. Hopefully I'll edit it down here and I either speed it up or we'll see. But hopefully that'll help you to gauge the progress that I'm having. And it's my first proper video in that format, so I don't know if my head is cut off or whatever, but it's all a learning curve. Onto the static ollies. Like I said, I'm warmed up. I reckon what my general ethos with these are to get 3 good ones in a row where I feel like I've had the good ones in a row, and the same for rolling ones and pop shovers and whatever, because if I've done 3 that means I'm kind of getting the muscle memory and just more of a consistency thing. So ollies, yeah, I'll give it a go and watch me fail on the first one. That's one. Feel like I have a decent pop. Let's do number 2. That's 2. Hopefully it'll show the fight that I'm actually getting the rear trucks. At this point, this is my 3rd month really, so that's 2.5 point-ish. But number 3. That one didn't feel as good, so I'm going to do number 3 again for that consistency's sake. Okay, so what I'd like to move away from is, instead of just popping, I'd like to sort of try to move the front or even the back with it. So at the moment it's quite difficult, so I can do up, even though that felt like I flipped a little bit, but that felt like the back came out. So yeah, those were my static ones. And then I'll do some rolling ones. I'll start at slow speed and then gradually build the speed up. I think. So I think I had a few decent ones at a slower speed. I'll have a look later. I think it's decent. Certainly feels well by my rear end coming up with the front foot. So next one is pick up the speed, and then I'll move on to going over the stick. So the last one was more like a lazy ollie. I think I had good 3 ones, so I'll do one more where I pick up the speed. Hopefully on the video you can see the clear difference in speed transition. It is a lot more about confidence. I am a little bit more wobbly, but I'm hoping the more I do them, the better I'll get. So I'll do one more and we'll move on to the stick. That was one. I think I had a good pop. I'll try again. The 3rd one without bending. try to do an ollie as well, faking ollie. And now I'm gonna have a drink of water and do the stick of truth and jumping over it. Right, I'm going to try to do a slow send over it and see if I can get over it. One decent one, hopefully. I stayed on, placed my foot in, so almost not at the end of the tail, but in the middle of the tail, about an inch behind the trucks to get, because I feel like I get plenty of pop there. So I think that was a good last one. And I feel like the pop, I had enough time to go, whoop, had enough time to do proper foot placing. I think really is, that's my problem. It's not so much going fast or slow, it's more about getting my front foot where it needs to be and putting my rear foot around about there and just jumping off my toes a little bit like that. And just doing all of that while I fall a bit. It shouldn't be difficult, just being quick about it. It really is fast. Like that. But I'm getting more happy with these. Anyway, I'm going to pause that, remove my stick of tree and do some Shuvits. This is where I'm going to end up falling more and more because I shift my weight on the back foot or shift on my foot too much in front and then send the board over. When I do this, I put my foot on about 2 inches below front bolts and my rear leg right on the edge with my, like a, I guess like a salt bit before the toes, behind there to push backwards, sort of like backwards, and then jump forward. So something like that. This is where I'm going to fail doing it. Something like that. So it's almost, didn't bring it all over, but it's almost 180 shove it. And this is not so bad doing it stationary. Yeah, it's not so bad doing it stationary. It comes around completely. The issue I have, you can do it for free, because like I said, that's why I do it 3 times. Good ones. Like this, that's a good one. I probably can carry on doing these. But as soon as I get that movement, this is where all of a sudden I lose focus, concentration and momentum. I can't, my brain can't deal with it. Whereby this is absolutely fine. I think somebody commented learn Shuvits before the pop, but half the time I don't know what I'm doing. Let's do one more where I just hit my ass and jump forward. Yeah, I guess it's similar to the lazy Shuvit. I feel like with a lazy one, though, I feel more control of the tail. I know I can almost feel it scooping rather than relying on the grip tape. Because I can get a lot more power on it to make sure I get the full 180 with it. Like I said, different people do it differently, and yeah, I can probably do it, but I feel like I get more consistent shove it. So, I might be down the landing at least, so that's the anticlimactic bit out of the way. And I am committing, I'm not too worried about falling over because I've got my elbow pads on. Like that. hopefully it was a good video. I mean, it's my first one. First one. What I didn't do this time around was trying to do some manuals, but for the first video, that frame format, it'll be good enough. And like I said, this is for me to keep the process and just make the videos a little bit longer rather than a minute long. And hopefully learn something from myself. And even like this, here, I was able to figure out actually maybe just trying a slightly different foot position. I only fell off once this time, but yeah, all the process. Thank you for tuning in, watching. Do comment, because this is how I learn. I do try to take most comments on board, even if they're not useful. I do try, like I said, because I don't know anything at this stage.